To break the stigma, you must educate those around you.
Emotional problems are always there. I've suffered from depression. So zingine nataka tu nikae peke yangu. I don't party. I can't say I have friends that I can hang out with just because of this condition. Kuna siku bedhe nilikuwa nasema si niko tu na condition nyingine yani but than hii kusweat because sasa hii inakuwa too much. You know, it's you. When you're sweating huwezi tembea. To treat it equal, to treat it poor. We are human beings. We have feelings too.
Welcome guys to the 2020 Hyperhidrosis Experience.
I've had hyperhidrosis my whole life. I was born with this condition, and so I realized when I was like 3 years. My name is Evelyn Juma. I'm 30 years of age. I live in Dagoretti South, and I have primary focal hyperhidrosis. That means I sweat from my palms, feet, my face, my underarm. I come from a family of 6, 4 girls, 2 boys, and only 2 of us have this condition. Living with hyperhidrosis has been tough, and it's still tough. I was born in Kakamega and raised in Kibera. I schooled in a missionary school called Missionaries of Charity Brothers, and in that school we used to go with home clothes. We didn't have uniform. So you could just put on anything you wanted. So I used to have slippers. That is what actually I had at that time. Going to school with slippers was a bit tricky because I was sweating from my feet. And sometimes it could be slippery. When there's so much dust, the dust accumulatively could form some mud. So my feet were always dirty, but I can say I didn't know it was a condition then, so it didn't matter much to me like it does now. I can say my school life was the worst. Actually, when you're sweating, you don't know it's a condition, you don't have anyone to talk to, no one realizes that you have something, you have a problem actually you're dealing with. It was so tough. So I shied off from school activities, co-curricular activities. In primary, I remember I once joined a marathon, that's athlete. So I couldn't run because I realized even before I started running, I used to sweat a lot. So when I went to high school, the first day I joined drama, that was the last day for me. Because when we went for practice, you know, with drama, you practice barefoot. So whenever we could practice, anywhere I stepped on, I left a puddle. Yeah, so that got me thinking, and people were looking at me, you know, in a way that I was so unique, but in a funny way. In fact, in a very weird way. So I dropped drama. I thought of other activities like volleyball and netball, but still it didn't work for me. And at that point, I think my esteem was so low that I didn't want to do anything apart from just being alone in some corner and thinking what this could be. You know, at that time I didn't even know it was a condition. So I just felt like maybe I was just born with something that was going to ruin my life, or rather that was ruining my life at that time.
Niliwagundua wakiwa bado wachanga, miezi 6-7 hapo. Majina yangu kamili ni Mary Kasowa Shivuku. Kwa hii familia yetu ni baba ya Evelyn. Pia babu yake walikuwa na hiyo shida ya kusweti miguu na mikono. na uso pia. Uso upande wa pua.
I used to talk freely about it because after being bullied maybe at school or with other kids from the neighborhood, I would go complain to my mom. And since she didn't know anything about it, she just consoled me.
Lakini mimi mwenyewe tu kama mzazi ndio nilikuwa naona vitabu vimechafuka, kama matope hivi. Akikutoka shuleni unamwona tu pale ameshikilia bagi kuna maji. Bagi imelowana. Lakini kwa shule pia pengine hao walikuwa wanachukulia tu ni kawaida ya maisha. Hawaku notice kuna shida.
So my sisters knew too that I was sweating. And the effects of that, you know, they sometimes avoided me sharing their clothes, socks, because of course if I put on their socks, it will be smelly, you know. So to them, I'm not sure if they thought it was contagious, but yeah, they sometimes avoided, they sometimes kept avoiding me using their things at home.
Kawaida ya mtoto alikuwa akilalamika na sisi nazo tulikuwa tunapuzulia mbali. Hata babake hakujua ni nini, alikuwa naona tu ni kawaida. Sasa tutamwambia tu enda unawe, enda uoge, mambo kama hayo tu.
She gave me a listening ear whenever I complained about my sweat. Then when I now grew up, became a mother now, I see interactions outside. Yeah, I can say now my family, my sisters and brothers understood now what I was going through. And I can say they've been supportive actually, very supportive. And my husband too knows that I'm suffering from a condition called hyperhidrosis. Yeah, and he's supporting me too. Yeah, he's been there. Applying for an ID ilikuwa tricky sana. So nilianza ku make inquiries because now nilikuwa najua the kind of condition I have. Nikaanza ku make inquiries. What happens ukienda kuchukua ID and all that. So I was told fingerprints zangu zote. As in zote mpaka palms. I'm like, what? Will I really go through all this? So first nikalenga. The first time I went and came back. DC, Kibera. Again, the second time I went and came back. I realized that, in fact, applying for that ID is not an issue. The issue is the person you meet there. Anaweza kuwa unreceptive, you see. So, utoke hapo kama umejam, uko na makasiriko zako. So, it was tough, but I'm glad after like twice applying for an ID twice, the third time sasa ikatoka. Then again sasa tunakuja kuvote. Applying for that voter's card. Placing your finger on that biometric. Ilikuwa ngumu. First unaeka anakuambia I read. Weka tena. And you see the more anakuambia weka tena, the more now it sweats. So you can wipe, place, then finally now it picks. Then I got a job, and this job they required certificate of good conduct. I remember when I asked what certificate of good conduct was, iliambiwa hii sasa unaendanga CID, wanachukua fingerprints zako zote, kuverify kama we ni criminal ama uko sawa. I tensed. So I was like, should I go for it? Nipate job ama nilenge tu story.
Haya kitu kama interview. Utakuta amesumbuka sana. Atakwambia mama nisumbuka nilikuwa nikipanguza mikono na sweat.
And actually it happened. Nikaenda Kiambu ku apply for that good conduct. Nikiwa kwa line, you know, already nisha tense plus that sweat. Now sasa in a drip. I remember now sasa mtu mmoja and then nifikiwe, there was that man going round. Aliniona nikisweat and he was like, madam umefanya nini? Why are you sweating so much? I just looked at him and I didn't give him an answer because honestly, I don't know what was happening to me. I don't know why I was sweating so excessively like that. The person I went to, alikuwa mpoa, so he just asked me to relax. Akachukua fingerprints zangu, but I'm just thinking about ningepatana na somebody else mwenye sasa angeni treat like, unajua tuna feeling tunatreatiwa like nobody's. What am I suffering from? What kind of thing is this? Una sweat to like evil too? What could it be? I went back home, took my phone, nikaanza ku Google. Why do people sweat? Any such questions? What happens? Like any random questions tu una Google, unaona yeye ingiani, you Google another one hivyo. Nikasema wacha niingie YouTube. So YouTube, Googling the same, I saw your video.
I launched my campaign last week on Friday. The Hyperhidrosis Awareness, the perfect imperfection, my perfect imperfection. I'm reaching out to you and I know you're there. And probably you've been watching some of my videos. Don't be ashamed. Share your story.
And when I listened to that video, I was like, is this guy in Kenya? I watched the video like 3 times just to make sure this guy is talking about the same condition I'm going through and is here in Kenya, because initially I thought I was just alone. So after listening to that, I went to Facebook and I inboxed. So from there, when you started explaining about being in a condition, that's when I realized it's a condition, and it even has a name called hyperhidrosis. We started chatting, and when you explained about it, now I decided to take it up to myself, and that's when now I decided to start creating awareness on this. So I say that I'm not going to be embarrassed. I will talk about it, because sometimes at some point it did affect my daughter, and I said I'm going to talk about it to create more awareness on this. Those who are still young should go through what we went through. They should do what they want, what they feel like, because I'm very sure dreams na goals zangu zote siku achieve because of this. People will say it's just sweat, but it's more than just sweat.
Mwenye alikuja akaniambia, it was last year, alikuja akanielezea, pia nikamsikia, ilikuwa kwa nini, aliniekea simu, nikasikia akiongea. Sasa ndio nikaja nikashtuka kumbe ni ugonjwa.
I haven't consulted any dermatologist, any doctor. Kwanza ni expensive. It's very expensive. If you try to imagine the amount you'll pay for consultation, ni mob sana. It's very expensive and I can't afford that. I've tried using topical treatments, but I can say, yeah, sometimes the one for the underarm worked, but for the palms, it didn't work much. But I won't lose hope, because that was just the first trial. So I need to try more and more to at least to get to know whether they'll work for me or not. Emotional problems are always there. But hata saa zingine unaanza kufikiria vitu kama suicidal. It's sad that sweating so much inafanya mpaka unaanza kufikiria stories za suicidal, because una feel like unwanted, una feel rejected, stigmatized, unajua. So hiyo inaleta vitu kama hiyo depression. I've suffered from depression. Saa zingine nataka tu nikae peke yangu, just alone. I don't party. I can't say I have friends that I can hang out with just because of this condition. Kuna siku bedhe nilikuwa nasema sini kwetu na condition nyingine, yani but than hii kusweat, because sasa hii inakuwa too much. It's you. When you're sweating, huwezi tembea. I can't walk under the sun for a very long time. No, mimi siwezi tembea kwa jua, because sana kuwa all sweaty, suffering from cranial facial. unajua with all that actually you'll be depressed. Your esteem will be so low. And trust me, hakuna vitu zingine utakuwa unafikiria than tu kukaa peke yako. Na ukikaa peke yako, that adds up to suicidal thoughts. We need to talk about it in a wider range, especially in schools. You know, when I worked as a registration assistant for Huduma Namba, I noted that so many students wanna suffer from this. And when you try to engage them, the story is the same. I don't tell anyone. Siambii mtu mimi niko tu. I fear, I'm embarrassed. People laugh at me. I identify my books, you know. I don't want to talk to anyone because wanaona ni kama it's a curse. Some people have committed suicide because of that. I don't know them, but I know something has happened. Here in Kenya, we are trying, yes, but bado kuna tu wale mashinani, bado wajui WhatsApp, kuna ule yes, anakuwatch, but still and I feel like no, I can't talk about it because I'm embarrassed. And I can say talking about it actually through HAK Hyperhidrosis Awareness Kenya Limited, I can say it many build in a way, because just talking about it, you know, those times I couldn't say, nilikuwa tu ni mimi nimecringe, niko tu peke yangu. But right now, you know, talking about it, una feel at ease, una feel any kuna kabade no offload. So me feel like talking about it is the best way. It's the best way, because I even created a page called J-Eve Struggles with HH. That is J-Eve Struggles with Hyperhidrosis. I get messages in my inbox, people talking about how they broke up with their girlfriends or boyfriends because of that, how they fear getting babies because of hyperhidrosis, how they don't want to party, you know, how others even say they fear sharing. So atakiwa msick, hataki kwenda hosi because anaona tu nikifika kwa hosi nitasweat like no one's business, and what will people think.
Ushauri wangu kwa wazazi wenzangu, naomba sana sana akipata mtoto anamchunguza, na mtoto akimwelezea jambo lolote lazima ajue kuna shida gani, shida inatoka wapi. Kama ni la kutatua, wanatatua na mtoto, na anaweza kumsaidia kumpeleka hospitali, pia wanapata ushauri wa daktari. Asikae tu kama mimi. Mimi nilikuwa nafikiria tu ni jambo la kawaida na kumbe ni magonjwa.
We should be treated like normal people out there. Nikikusalimia usiniangalie zile za yani yak, zile zinakaa tu funny. So ukisalimia mtu uone kuna sweaty palms, una feel tu palms zake ziko cold, just ask the person politely, what's up? Usiende tu kwa kona unajiuliza tu na mkono zake zinakuanga baridi. It's unfair. So to treating it equal, to treating it poor. We are human beings. We have feelings too. And I guess we'll have a very happy society.
Guys, I hope you enjoyed watching this video. As always, make sure to give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Don't forget to subscribe so we can stay connected. See you next time.